Alright, yo, what's good with y'all? It's your boy John Smooth, and I'm gonna make this video about Star Wars, right? The truth on Star Wars. They show in these movies, like, the planet having no plants or organisms. Getting back to what I was saying, in these movies, they show no plants, just metal and metallizing Earth. But this is actually impossible. You can't metallize a planet that is mostly made out of water. So many hurricanes, so many disasters would have to happen for Star Wars to take place, and it's not even possible because the people with our taxes right now wouldn't be able to manifest light swords and light ships due to how much they misuse nature, how they take opportunities from the people that built this limitless technology, and they make them forget their history of building this technology. And all races, moon and sun, white races, brown races, dark brown races, dark skin, very dark races, right? They all, sun and moon, would grow limitless technology. And they're trying to show this technology in a way of taking other life out. But this is false. Humans wouldn't be on a conquest before 1492. A conquest of, like, taking other lands and stuff like that. That's all connected to vaccines that have ill practices from tax spenders and resource spenders in the vaccine, along with sick animals in the vaccine, along with poisons, chemicals in the vaccine. So they give us these vaccines ever since 1492, and we're thinking, oh, all we've been doing is war, but this is false. They're talking about Star Wars, right? And the beings with this technology, as we've already seen, videos I've dropped talking about light ships. Our government doesn't have this technology. And the beings with this technology, they aren't unrighteously using it, right? They're not just going to come here and start destroying stuff like the Independence Day or whatever the heck, because they're intelligent enough to know that our kids are defending these pedophiles that run taxes, run resources. So it's pretty simple. These ETs are smart enough to know that our tax spenders are so stupid on spending resources, and with their evil intents, they're going to destroy themselves. So if you don't have good intents for others, yourself, nature, these people that lead, they're making it harder for everyone else, trying to figure things out naturally, trying to live naturally, right? So going back to the point, they try to show Star Wars metallizing Earth and all this different kind of stuff. This Earth is literally water. You can't metallize Earth. There's going to be so many hurricanes, so many different kind of things that happen if they try to metallize Earth or act like Earth is like can be turned into a spaceship. This is false. They want us to have all these beliefs that are very false. And if they get this technology, we're all going to perish because they don't deserve the technology. With all of the things that they've been using humanity for after 1492. So this is the truth about Star Wars. Star Wars is fake. And I'm just here to give you all a real perspective. They give us a perspective to where we're all confused and blaming other working class citizens of people. But we should be blaming the tax spenders on how things are, taxes are being misused, misplaced, misguided. Not even just taxes, like just the wealth in nature itself, and the resources, taking metals, taking moisture, and trying to put it in certain things without letting nature just flow. This will cause everything to perish, like CERN and all these different kind of stuff. It's all literally causing Earth to perish and making it harder for the masses that deserve to know knowledge, because the masses wouldn't misuse knowledge like this, right? So they're trying to hide this knowledge from the masses to keep us confused on a lot of different things. And they give us Star Wars, they give us what's another movie, Star Wars, Star Trek, all of these false perspectives of what universe is and how to grow, because they show these people with this technology and they're just taking stuff. But people with this technology, they're not just going around taking stuff, right? So, because you have to have good intents, good wills for all life to be able to have this technology. Star Wars is a lie, but that's it for the video. It's John Smooth. Trying to think what else I can say that can make it make more sense. Alright, let's search this up real quick. Rockets hitting the firmament, because they build these bullet-like ships with no propulsion, and they're basically hitting this oxygen layer, ice firmament, that humans need for oxygen, humans need to develop. But let's look at this video real quick. SpaceX rockets hits the firmament. Put some sound on it. Hold up. Oh, no sound. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, there it is. Alright, so it's going up, and then boom, it just hit. And there's like this crack. You see, it's ice. They're literally trying to shoot out of here because they're trying to create this way of life where we don't need plants, we don't need ice, like a layer of ice for oxygen. But without this layer of ice for oxygen, we're all literally gonna perish. You see how it hits the ice and then boom, that's the sky, literally. The ice firmament, they literally can't travel outside of this ice firmament, literally. So, I'm gonna go to there's a better picture of it. Here, this is a perfect picture. There's the trail of the rocket. It hits, there's a crack, and the rocket goes back down. So thinking about this rocket, right? It's literally just shot straight. There's no kind of like propulsion, or there's no kind of limitless tech in our ships that we're even building. And they're talking about Star Wars. Cause like literally rockets hitting the firmament. So these people haven't been to space. They haven't been to the stars. They don't understand the stars. They don't even understand that in these stars, there's other light beings that have limitless tech, limitless UFOs. Here, let's go to another video. UFOs tracked by military video. Because there's these videos of light ships flying very fast, and they're being tracked by radar, and they have no explanation for what these ships are. UFOs tracked by light ships. So even if you, like America or any nation, were to manifest technology, they don't have the goodwill or good intent to manifest this technology. And they don't treat humanity or life with respect to have this technology. Like, beings with this technology, they're not carnivores. They're eating plants. They're eating light. And their ships are connected directly to the light. So it's literally limitless technology. Our technology has to burn fossil fuels, what they call metals, oils that are limited. And our technology is nowhere near UFOs beyond the ice wall, in the sea, in the sky. And if they have this technology, then they're not evil beings. Our technology has to burn stuff and perishes faster. It perishes faster every time we even run our technology. They're weakening the plant life. They're weakening the earth every time they run technology. These light ships are running on plants, on nature. None of our technology does that, and they're going to be talking about Star Wars. So their understanding of how to get Star Wars and Star Trek is a whole lie, because they show all the plants being dead, all of life being dead. And this is not how you get Star Wars technology. You get Star Wars technology by helping other life, helping nature grow, and connecting life with nature, so everything can continue to grow. Not what these tax spinners do, connecting life to poisons, chemicals, bugs, and AI to literally try to control humanity, to try to make us perish. Because we're all farmer races that were originally growing Earth before 1492, regardless of race. All races have been targeted and misused, and kids were taught different things, different history, to look at life and nature differently, and to blame other masses taking care of nature for why their nature is gone. But it's the tax spenders and the governments misusing life and nature. So let's just get back to this video. Radar confirms UFO swarm around Navy warship. So there's literally people in the Navy like, yo, what the heck? So let's watch this. This is very interesting.
Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs. For the first time, radar images recorded inside a Navy ship have confirmed the presence of several unknown objects that swarmed around the ship for hours. I-Team reporter George Knapp here with a story that broke today on Mystery Wire.
Thanks, Brian. Over the past 3 years or so, the public has been able to see several astounding images of what certainly qualify as UFOs during encounters with the U.S. Navy. There's no question that the Pentagon has censored data to go along with the photos and videos, but none of that information has been leaked or otherwise released. That is, until today. For 2 long hours on the night of July 15, 2019.
So this was 4 years ago. I found a lot more other videos like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But they don't even release this information of light ships being here because they want to warp humans' perception and have us guns drawn to these light ships when these light ships take care of the cosmos, are shutting nukes down, and are shutting plagues down at airports. So let's get back to this video.
The crew of the USS Omaha detected on multiple sensor systems unknown objects that surrounded the ship as it moved through ocean waters west of San Diego. One of the objects, a self-illuminated sphere at least 6 feet in diameter, flew alongside the Omaha for an extended period and was observed through a thermal sensor in the ship's combat center. Filmmaker Jeremy Corbell released the Navy video weeks ago and says similar events were reported by 8 other Navy ships in the same area over 3 days.
Mark bearing range. There was numerous warships that are having similar it appears to be coordinated interaction, and this whole series was within this kind of I'd say, circumference of 100 miles, and there was up to 50 to 100 contacts.
In the last 3 years, the Pentagon has reluctantly confirmed the legitimacy of UFO images captured by Navy ships and air crews, including these photos taken off the coast of Virginia and the better-known videos, the so-called Tic Tac incident.
And these light ships can turn into rocks, clouds, light, literal air. So these UFOs are very advanced. These beings are very advanced. And the radar is tracking something, right? But they can't even really explain it. So I wanna help explain it. So our military isn't misguided and literally fighting light beings that don't want mining, don't want factories, and don't want plants and animals to be misused. And these light beings literally guided humans to fruit. So you think they're happy about what the government is doing with humans right now? No, they're here. You see what I'm saying? So let's get back to this video.
And the gimbal. But other than the images themselves, there's been no release of sensor data to buttress these cases. There is now.
Well, if you can write a general that long where we're at, and the number of contacts you got, of course, some speed meters on.
Over a period of hours, crew members on the USS Omaha, which is located in the center of this radar screen, monitored the approach of the unknown objects, as many as 14 at one point, all around the ship. 2 different radar systems watched the objects and estimated their speed.
Track 71 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, closing in. Oh, 38 knots, huh? That must be almost perfectly 000 relative, right? Yeah.
So Bell obtained the images from sources he declines to identify. The Pentagon's UAP task force considers the Omaha spheres to be true unknowns. The ships that were under observation by the unknowns were unable to track where they came from or where they disappeared to. The Omaha sphere appears to have vanished into the ocean.
Splashed.
At that point, it also vanished from all sensors. In one video,
You see how, look, these ships can literally go in the water. They can go outside the ice firmament. They can go in any ozone. They can go in any depth of water. None of our ships can do that. And here our government is acting like Star Wars, acting like all plants, all life has to be metallized in order to get light technology. They don't even know what they're doing or talking about. So these beings literally know that in order to have this limitless tech, you have to be connected to plants. The technology itself has to be connected to plants and with good spirit, good intents for all life. You can't think you're like your race or whatever, like they teach us to put down someone else or to put down someone to look good. No, like you have to help others to fruits, to the fertilization they need in order to grow. And they're trying to act like Star Wars is having to metallize Earth and destroy all plant life. This is false, y'all. So I like to talk about it, and then it's like, let's see what they're showing us in order to like break it down. Like, oh, see what I'm saying? So let's resume this.
A snippet, 9 of the objects were seen around the Omaha, but 2 of them dropped off, somehow invisible to 2 radar systems.
And it supports the hypothesis that these are not just a balloon dropping into the water, or it's not something that is easily explained. These are true unidentifieds in mass number, and we'll talk more about that. But that's what we're showing people, where you have radar data that goes with FLIR data, what everybody has been belly aching for. So here you go.
And this is the same guy that will say, "Oh, they're fallen angels. Oh, they're this, they're that." But if there's any evil beings or fallen angels like they try to tell the masses, then it would be our government. It wouldn't be these light ships with limitless technology connected to plants. So they try to give us these perspectives to literally have our kids fighting beings that are connected to light, beings that could literally, in a snap of a finger, probably turn our military into dust. So it's like, why are we even trying to, why, like, they're literally trying to drag humanity into their ill practices, sin, mining, 1492 of getting vaccines into people and making them think they're carnivores while they're putting their evil carnivore spirit in us, sick bacteria from ill practices, and they're putting it in kids to try to filter it out, when this is false. This is not Star Wars. And these beings that have our taxes misusing sewage, misusing resources, plugging sewage into bugs, AI, unnatural things, our sewage should be plugged right back into Earth. Like, look how they have us living on our planet. It's false, but it's John Spewed 'em out. Peace.
So here you go.
If these are foreign-made high-tech drones, how do they fly with no wings, rotors, or detectable exhaust? If these are foreign-made high-tech drones, how do they fly with no wings, rotors, or detectable exhaust? Do they possess some sort of cloaking ability? The sensor data, combined with the video images, raises difficult questions.
These are unidentified. We don't know what they are. Everybody tries to corner me in saying they're aliens or something like this. I have no idea.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
The video of the radar screens consists of 4 clips that were spliced together to show that this went on over a period of time. Today, less than 4 hours after that video was made public by us, a Pentagon spokesperson confirmed it is legit, that it was recorded by Navy personnel and is in the hands of the UAP Task Force. That's the unit created to prepare a report for Congress that is due next month.
But yeah, that's it for the video. Star Wars is a lie. It's John Smooth, and I'm out. Peace, love, light, understanding, growth. Peace.